Good morning. Hello. How's it going? All right, we got a new week. I streamed yesterday, but I was kind of busy in the morning. But we're back to it now. Another week of working on a following wind. I'm gonna play the game for a moment and kind of just think about where I'm at, how I feel about it. Ratings came out and they were pretty disheartening. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting because, like, this is my very first jam, my first game in Godot. I think in those circumstances, we did okay. You know, you always want to do well, right? The thing we're thinking about today is how we can make the bigger ships more noticeable, more obviously big. I mean, the body is good. The sail is the real problem. There's a suggestion of the double sail, and we messed around with that a little bit, but I am not convinced that I'm going to be able to do a double sail. So don't crash. Oh, damn it. This might be a bit of an issue. The game is definitely a lot more thoughtful now because you can really control the winds quite a lot better than before. Like, you can be very sophisticated about what you're trying to do by using limited lifetime winds. I don't know if that's obvious, which is maybe an issue. Like, if all you need to do is change their direction, a limited lifetime wind... Oh, crap. Crashed a couple friendly ships. But yeah, I don't know. We got our rating. It was not great, but I shouldn't be bad. I mean, we're still in like the top like 15 to 20% of the games, which for a first try, I should be proud. I should be really proud. I don't know what I wanted. But it did make me kind of question over the weekend whether it was worth spending a lot of time on this. But I ended up getting some feedback from some people after the rating who were surprised kind of by the rating. And these aren't people I know, these are just people that played the game, so that was heartening to see. So I think we'll keep going. I think we'll stay the course here. I think we'll probably end up being more limited in scope maybe than I originally imagined. Like, I'm struggling a little bit to come up with like how this game is going to have legs. Like, I can come up with maybe some environmental obstacles that are like some good gimmicks that maybe give us a couple levels, like maybe like a few levels. That could be fun as we introduce the mechanics of some different obstacles. But this game isn't going to be big. I'm thinking like maybe it ends up being like a $3 game, something like that. Something we finish and we put out there. Just for the experience more than anything else. Damn, they're just clipping that. I need to deal with... I do really need to deal with fading winds not really affecting things. Maybe I should just turn it off. Just as soon as the wind starts to fade, it just stops affecting things. That would probably be the generous option. How did that even happen? That's gonna crash. Yep. I'm up to 50-something faith somehow. Oh, it's because the big ships are worth more. Right. Okay, you need to speed up or you're gonna get hit. Oh, you're gonna get hit anyway. Shame. I just never really sit and play this game, so that's how I want to start this morning. Yeah, I kind of pretty much took the weekend off. Kind of thought about what we wanted to do. Kind of chilled. Hey, Otagon. How's it going? We've been kind of off dev the last couple days, but we implemented some stuff Friday and we're kind of testing it out. We changed we added a bigger type of ship that increases the score a lot higher. We're having some recognizability issues with being able to tell that it's a bigger ship, which I think is something we'll try to deal with today. Like, it's a real chonky one, and it's a lot harder to maneuver than the smaller ships, but I think we just need to make the sail bigger or a different shape. We considered doing a multiple sail, like a 2-sail setup, but I don't think that's gonna work out. This game definitely gets hard around 50-something faith. Yeah, we also have an issue of semi-transparent wind gusts, because gusts have limited lifetime now. When they're fading out, they're still affecting things they don't want. Yeah, it looks the same when you first look at it. Yeah, I know. You really got to squint your eyes. And that is not the intention. You messed around with like a double sail. And I don't think it's going to work. Because it'd need to be recognizable from every angle. And that's going to be really hard to do. Unless you do a triple sail, so you have like a sail in the front and a sail in the back. And the image is just too small. So maybe we just make the sail bigger. Like noticeably bigger. Or do something else. Maybe we fly a little flag off of it. I don't know. Gotta think of something. Balance is still completely useless in this. His faith will just keep climbing. We're trying to get rid of the concept of the score, and we're going to try to use like a faith threshold as like a did you do well enough to beat the game. So the difficulty is supposed to ramp up as the faith gets higher. And you're supposed to hit some kind of threshold. Different shape of flag. Yeah, maybe. Sail. Yeah, sail. Yeah, I think a different shape of sail could be good. I mean, it's definitely harder now. The difficulty peaks around a 100 faith, but the problem is the faith is also your health. So you're never in any danger, because if your health drops low, the game just gets easier. So I think I need to make it a combination of faith and time. So that as time passes, the game also gets harder, and so you might hit a point. I don't know. I mean, it's supposed to... I think we're settling on more of a chill game vibe, so I don't need to make the game, like, super hardcore by any means. Wow, that was a close call. Definitely hard to manage this many ships. Anyway, how's it going with you? These big ships are worth 5, which I think is probably too much, but it's helping me test out the spawn rate at least. I'm working on a pachinko minigame for intermission in your streams. Oh, awesome. That's cool. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, I really need to up my stream tech at some point. Doesn't really matter at the moment, but I need to start getting more stuff going on here. Even just alerts would be nice. Pachinko minigame, that sounds good. Yeah, so here's our problem. The same one is here. Where's this thing? This is the regular ship. And its sail. Oh, you can't see its sail. There's no real point of cover. Yeah, this is the OG sail and mast from the regular ship. We definitely... I don't want to add additional sails because of pivots. Issues with the pivot. Because right now, the sail is anchored in the middle so that the turn... Because the sail will turn independently from the ship. And right now it's anchored so that it will look pretty consistent across every rotation and not like jump around. So I don't want to do that, but I guess we just need to make it bigger. Maybe we add a little crow's nest or something too. Bigger mast, bigger sail, crow's nest, something. Let's bring up the sail sprite just so I know how much space I have to work with here. I have a decent amount of space. Got 4 pixels, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom here. And I've got a ton of width I could use. So yeah, bigger sail is probably what it's gonna be. When did I do that? Looks terrible. We're gonna use this layer though. Just get rid of what was on it. I think I was struggling to draw a bigger mast or bigger sail. That looks like trash. Oh, large mast. Here we go. Oh, okay. Get that out of the way. Get that out of the way. That is big. That's almost probably too big. How much bigger is that than a regular mast? There's where the regular mast ends. Regular mast is 4 pixels taller, so exactly the maximum. I don't want it to be that much taller. I like this idea of maybe using like a crow's nest or something. Add a little visual detail. Also moved the mast back, which seems wrong. Oh, because I was trying to add a second mast. So let's stick with this. Let's bring this down. Like 2. What would a little crow's nest even look like? Probably want to use similar colors here. So like side. So we've got this many pixels to use. Let's draw the top of it first. Probably be mostly flat. Probably want to be centered. It is at an angle, though. Call this the inner red color. Yeah. Let's say that. Let's use the same structure we used for this. One, two, three, four. Okay, so that's as tall as it can be. It can't be taller than this. Something like this. So we've got top rail, wall, floor, top wall, side wall. And we just do that. We just iterate on that somehow. Something like this. It's kind of off center, which is not good. Maybe we just make it wider. Something like that. It's definitely exaggerated, but might be exactly what we want. It adds a nice element. It adds a unique element. We may or may want to drop the sail slightly. Or, you know, this part of the mast. I don't know naval terms. And then what if we do just the stupid thing? There's nothing on this layer, right? No. Yeah, that was the small. Get rid of that. Grab our existing sail and just make it bigger. That's how you do it. Actually, what I should probably do, grab the original sail. I didn't do this last time when I was doing the higher res version of the ship, and that was a mistake. Where is 8-directional ship concept? This one? So what we did originally, we just took this and down-resed it. Let's just do that. Let's do the same thing again. Oh, cool. Cool. I would need a bigger canvas to do this. That's fine. That didn't work out. Oh, well, worth a try. All right, we'll just paint. We'll repaint. This is better. So we'll just do something similar to what we have here. Yeah. Do. Smooth it out. They come in sooner. I think the mast is too big. I think the mast is too wide. What if we just use... So we've got our little stupid crow's nest. What if we just use the existing sail and mast? Forget all of this. That doesn't look quite right either, though. It's too small. That's for sure. Problem is... what I had, which was like the 5 wide... and by 5, I mean these little 2 little things. Maybe it needs to cut in more. Something like this. Looks pretty silly. I don't want to go too low because I don't want to cover up the mast, but maybe we have to. This looks okay, not great. I mean, it definitely looks like a different ship. So we achieved that. It just kind of also looks bad. Maybe it's okay for now. Let's copy everything over and look at it. I'll probably give us an idea of how we like it or not. At scale, that's probably fine. Alright, let's turn the regular masts off. So this is large. This becomes large mast. Large mast 1. Large mast 2. Large sail. Yeah, okay. I don't remember how I did this. How did I make the upside down sails last time? Oh, it really is just upside down. I don't think I can... I don't think that'll work the second time. I'm actually gonna have to change these. No, maybe not. Be more consistent if I don't change them. It also might look bad, so I don't know. Looks okay, actually. We're almost good here, I think. Let's copy the same stuff over. And recolor the mask for the pirate. And then we'll test this out. Oh, I need to add one new layer. Crow's nest. Grab these. Oh, wait, yeah. Like that looked like it was missing something. I think we have enough elements now that this is obviously a different ship. It's got the raised back end, it's got the crow's nest, it's got the larger sail. This is looking okay. Maybe the biggest issue is that the crow's nest doesn't actually rotate with the ship, but since it's supposed to be a circle-like thing, I think that's okay. Oh. Okay. Layers, Dave. Layers. Did it again. I'm tired, I guess. Alright, so we need to repaint. We grab this mast color and repaint our masts. Oh, what? Oh, okay. I didn't think they were the right color. Similar enough color where I wasn't quite sure. a subtly different shade, but we want it. And I'm pretty sure masks are just black. Black is black. Oops. Yeah. And the crow's nest, we need to recolor for the pirate ship. So grab the pirate ship colors. I need to redo my hotkeys. I need my hotkeys to be on my left hand. All these hotkeys are like defaulted to like what would be my right hand, which is unacceptable. I can't reach an eye. How am I supposed to reach the eye? Crazy. They'd expect me to do that. Oh, these are the same color. That's not right. How did I not notice that before? Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't, though. Fine. Maybe I want a brighter color for the masts anyway. It's a nice color that we're not using. That fits in this ramp. Way too much. I mean, I should probably just make a color at a certain point. These are great. This one might be okay. We're using this one already, though, aren't we? No? Oh, that looks stupid. Yeah, it's this color, and we're already using this color. Oh, it's a slightly different color. Maybe we'll use this. No one's gonna know it's a slightly different color, except me. Such a subtly different thing. Yeah, we might need to worry about that at some point. But it is not this point. I'll have like a large sail, right? That I'm writing to. Pirate ship large, pirate ship small. Oh, we're only using one sail right now. Right. All this black sail. Large. And we'll switch it over to the other one. All that black sail small. Now we're actually distinguishing between the different sail types. They all have the same pivot points, though, so there shouldn't be a lot of consequences to doing that. Similarly here, we're going to say white sail large. Music's getting a little weird. Okay, now it's getting funky. All right. Oh yeah, because I use the visibility. I get nervous when changing the visibility causes like the file to be like, "Do you want to save?" I'm like, "What did I do?" All right, now to the scenes. So you sales, right?
What is this place?
We'll find the right one here. Black sail large. Probably fine. Consistency, let's reload all of them.
What is this place?
Oh, this isn't done. We need to change. Oh, offset's wrong. That's what it is. Boink, boink. There we go. Same issue for you. Boink. There we go. All right, let's see. Let's see what we did. I, like, scratched my eye when I woke up. If I wake up with too much of a start, I like rip my eyelids open. I like scratch my eyes. What a weird problem. All right, here comes one of the big boys. It looks kind of stupid. Crow's nest looks kind of stupid. My first impression. But I mean, it's doing the job. It's like obviously a different ship now. So I don't know. Kind of torn. I want to see one of the white ones, but they are not coming in. I want to see a pilgrim, a large pilgrim ship. I missed one. Oops. Oh, almost missed this one. Where the white... Oh, okay, here's the tall white ship here. It definitely looks better with the pilgrims. Doesn't look great, but it looks better. So maybe we just need a darker color for the crow's nest. I think that seems to be my inclination. These look pretty dumb. I mean, it looks like a ship, though. Doesn't not look like a ship. The only one on screen is this one. Oh, God, this music. Rosella Clementi. I have, like, a public beef with Rosella Clementi now. Her weird, ambient, creepy music. I don't know. I'll have to ask somebody what they think of this, because to me it looks weird. Maybe if we darken them and so that they're less prevalent. They do help with the silhouette for sure. Crash. Crash. So yeah, so they are doing that. What if I just take them off and we just look at it with just the big sail? But what if we forget about... We forget about them for a second. How's that look? I don't know. Not sold on these. I think the ships look okay without... I think they look obviously like a bigger ship. At least when you're playing. As an observer, it's probably pretty tough to tell the difference, honestly. I think we'll just go with this. Big sail helps, especially because of how wide the new sail is. I want to see one of the pirate ones. They haven't come on yet. Oh, uh-oh. Crash. Oh, there's one of the pirate ones. The pirate one's a little harder to read. But I guess you care less about the value of the pirate. Like, it's less of a big deal if the pirate's a large ship compared to the player. Oh, until the pirate ship hits the temple. Until a large pirate ship hits a temple, then you notice that it was a large pirate ship. Yeah, side by side, they're pretty. The difference is pretty noticeable now. I think we can forget about the crow's nest. Okay, well that's good. This looks a little funky. I don't know if I love the way the sail looks without. I don't love that little orphaned pixel there, right on the edge. I think we need to work on the reverse version of the sail a little bit. This one. Oh, so that's not... So there's a brown pixel, set of pixels here that you just can't see. All right, let's paint a new sail. I don't want it to be that different than the regular version. I want it to be a little different. Almost. Let's move this over by one a little bit. I think we want to flip this actually. That. That's pretty good. We'll replace this one, which is a little funky, with this one, which is a little better. It's not great, but it's a little better. We can keep working on it. For the small version, it's just a flipped version of the regular sail for the small sail. But that did not work here. Too big of a shape to get away with it, I guess. Too obvious that it's kind of funky. This should be good, though. So let's grab these. Grab these and move them over. Check these out. Hopefully we got rid of that little orphan pixel. I mean, I know we did, but now there's 2. And that's not 2 pixels. That should be fine. Should be fine. Now we need to do the same thing here. Oh, what? I deleted the whole layer. If we get rid of the crow's nest, we can actually make this sail taller. Is that worth it? I don't know. It feels a little squat to me. But I think the fact that it's a different proportion than the smaller sail is better. I'm worried that if I just make it taller, it'll go back to looking more squared off like this one. And it will actually impede what we want as far as like the silhouette. So let's not do that for now. But we can consider that. Definitely consider doing that. All right, let's see what we got now. Oh, we're only halfway through the stream, and I feel so tired. Yeah, I don't think I want to make this taller. I think that would be weird. But yeah, seeing these two right next to each other here, I think it's pretty obvious that one's bigger, so that's good. I think we achieved our primary goal. Crash. Oh. Slow this ship way down. Managing traffic is a lot more interesting now that you can control the speed of the ships. You have a lot more options. Beep. No, they're gonna crash. I just said there's a lot more options. You have to take advantage of the fact that the little one turns faster than the big one. Doesn't matter. Lost them all. Total write-off. Definitely room for some precision inputs. I still am not maybe communicating very well how to do them. Like situations like this, it's really easy to just crash one ship into another. Crash. Oh well. We don't need to keep doing this. I got what I want. I got the better shape out of the sail. We don't have that weird pixel. A weird pixel orphan. I don't want to change the mast color. Maybe not. Now it's kind of hard to see the mast. It's black. Like an almost blackish color on these. I kind of want to make it... I kind of want to do what I did with the pirate ship and make it this color, the body color. We hate that. We kind of hate that. But we won't do that. All right, so the thing I want to do next is grab the gust scene, the wind. Gust the gust. There it is. So gust does this annoying thing where while they're fading out, they're still fully affecting things that they hit. And I don't want that. I don't want that to be the case. So what would be the best way to do that? The easiest way to do it is to just say, if we've run out of lifetime and we're starting to fade, just turn off physics interactions. That's the generous thing to do. The less generous thing to do would be to have like a number between 0 and 1 that's like how far have we faded out and affect and have that come into play. I could also just slow the velocity down. Kabugi, hi. How's it going? We're hard at work on some revisions to our little game here. Hopefully I can submit it for one of your playtest days in a few weeks. Yeah, new look. We got the water shader, the famous Just Codes water shader set up, which is nice. We haven't... This week's work is going to be on mostly environmental art assets. We just finished a bigger version of the ship. So there's a bigger ship. We've done a lot to make the winds better. They now have variable speeds and lifetimes. So lower speed, we need to clean up the particle effects a little bit, but now lower speed winds have shorter lifetimes. Higher speed winds will really power up ships. Yeah, we've done a lot to add some variety to it. I need to deflect this. Thank you, thank you. Anyway, how's it going? How are the ratings? How are the ratings for you? Rating Friday for me was kind of rough. I don't know what I was expecting, but I definitely didn't get what I expected. But some people left some really nice feedback. Just saying that I should keep working on the game and stuff. So I'm doing it. Took the weekend to kind of chill, decide what I wanted to do. But yeah, we're gonna do a bunch of new environmental stuff, more fun stuff, like probably a whole new set of islands, a new temple. I want to start doing the fun things, like maybe a little like sea monster tentacles or sharks or stuff like that. Maybe a whirlpool somewhere. More interesting. Just have a more interesting set of environmental obstacles so I can actually start thinking about having multiple levels. Going okay, a bit chaotic. LD went good, 67th overall. That's awesome. 67th overall is great. My overall was like 117th. It's not great. I did okay. I did better in mood. I got like 50 and 60 or something like that for audio and mood, which felt good. Releasing your game Wake Cup sooner than you expected. Ooh, that's exciting. No time to dwell then, huh? First ever jam. You can't help but be hard on yourself. I'm not hard now. I took the weekend and chilled out. But Because I had no expectations, I didn't know how to interpret what I was seeing when I got the ratings. Because I hadn't done it before, but it's fine. It's our baseline for next time. All you can do is try again and work towards some kind of progress. Work towards some kind of improvement. But yeah, not knowing what to expect, it took me a little while to interpret what I was seeing. And it would have been nice to get like a couple of 4s. Not just 3s on everything. That would have been nice, but yeah. Yeah, for all the firsts that it was, first compo, first jam, first finished Godot game, I'm happy. And yeah, we have a path. We have a nice path for some post-jam development. Put this out. Add it. I say add it to our portfolio, but try to get a published game portfolio together. But yeah, I really enjoyed LD. I think it's really nice to be able to take a break a couple of times a year and make a little game. I don't think I'm going to do additional game jams. I think 2 a year will be pretty much all the time I have to commit. Okay. If only people knew how to vote, right? Yeah, exactly. Rating don't make sense. That's why you pay less attention. Yeah. The improvement is important. Yeah, I learned a lot. I'm working on a little post-mortem video that hopefully I'll be able to put out in a couple of weeks, but I learned a lot. Next time I'm going to spend a lot less time on code and a lot more time on content creation. I ended up just fighting my code so much because I started with 0 base code and I worked in I don't usually do physics games, so I didn't have anything. But next time I'm going to spend like the week before the jam just grabbing building a bunch of generic solutions, like here's a dialogue UI, here's whatever, just generic solutions to a bunch of stuff that I might end up doing. Just have that code base, because it's really the only thing you can start with, as far as I can tell, according to the rules. And then that would hopefully free up my time for a lot more content creation. And I think I could punch up whatever I do a lot by taking that approach. That's the big takeaway for me. The other big takeaway is not to try to do... Like, you were smart. You were like, here's a game. It takes you, like, 5 minutes to do, or whatever. You've, like your game has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Like, it doesn't have narrative, but it has a definite ending. And I was looking at Daniel Mullins, because he won, obviously, with Wadir, the incredible Wadir. And every single game he's like ever made for Ludum Dare, the first line in the description is like, this game takes 10 to 15 minutes to complete and has a definite ending. And like, I think that sets people up in terms of expectations so well. I think aiming for an endless score chaser thing like I did required a lot more balance than I had time for. And it seemed easier at first glance because I'm like, well, I make one level. The game is, the game just goes and is endless. But I think I now realize that it's probably easier to do something with a definite ending. Something that's like tightly scoped. Oh, we are not smart at all, but you're making jams for years. You knew what you were doing. Oh, if you knew what you were doing, you'd be a winner top 10 already. Hey, Connectus. How's it going? It's good. We're punching up our jam game here. I won't play it for long because people have just been watching me play this thing today. But I've been trying to. We added a bunch more content. We added 2 kinds of ships. We've been changing how the wind works a lot, adding a lot of visual effects and feedback, and changing that. So yeah, we're working on that. I need to change the winds. I need to add a parameter so that the little wispies are tied to the speed of the wind. Because right now they kind of behave weirdly when the wind is slow. When the wind is fast, they look great. Pretty much. But when the wind is slow, they kind of race ahead of the cloud. So we need to do that. They also have limited lifetimes now, and I need them to stop affecting things once they start fading out. We also have bigger ships. We added a bigger ship class, which is much harder to maneuver. They basically drop to no speed while they're turning, unlike the littler ships, which can kind of turn while retaining some amount of their momentum. So we have two kinds of ships with different characteristics. We've got a wind that's way more controllable and tunable. We just need to keep working on that. And then environmental art assets this week. That's the big goal for the week, is to get a new temple drawn, new islands, some cool monsters, or environmental obstacles. Boogie says, I think an endless game where you die at some point because the game becomes harder and harder is a good idea. Lots of people play games for hours during jams if they really like it. Yeah, that's true. I think that's true. I think if I try to do something like that again, I need to like actually play my game. I was so preoccupied with getting it playable that I didn't have time left over for balance, but we'll see. I think my goal will be to do something a little more definite that has like a definite ending, but we'll see. Looking good. Keep on going. Gonna make some dinner. Will be listening. Yeah, thank you. No, thank you for stopping by, Connectus. It's good to see you. Yeah, playtesting is both crucial and hard to do during jams. I feel that. My big personal skill up challenge for myself for the next jam is I did all of the music for this jam analog. And the sound effects too. I like recorded it all using actual instruments and a microphone. And I think my goal over the summer is to learn more about digital music. So I can do maybe digital music next time. That's kind of the thing I want to practice. Okay, so we're just going to say... So is this part of this is all part of initialization. So after initialization, right? This is all part of initialization. Okay, so this is after. Not fading out. Okay, do that. Then otherwise, we are fading out. Okay, yeah, right here. So we can say fading out, and now we can say set bird. Oh, let's just grab this. Why am I typing stuff out when I could just grab it? And false. We'll just stop reading inputs. And that will help for sure. And then if we wanted to, yeah, I want to do it. My girlfriend has a MIDI keyboard that I'm gonna borrow and just learn how to do some digital music. I think it'll be easier to put something together over a short time if you're doing it digitally. If you're trying to do it physically, it's kind of a challenge. I mean, I was lucky in that I had a bunch of little sea shanty ditties that I had bothered to learn ahead of time, and I kind of just had them in my back pocket so I could arrange them and play them for the jam. So what we want to do, these wisps here. So unfortunately, I'm not quite sure how to do this. Because if we're trying to change the speed... Oh. I can't really do this, huh? Can I? If I want to change the velocity of the wisps, that's a resource. That's part of the resource, the process material resource. So I can't actually change that on a per particle basis. So what I probably need to do is just slow the velocity down overall and just live with that. Trying to make it a better variable. What could I do? I could change the speed scale, but that would just change the lifetime. But that might actually be kind of cool. Because then the winds could basically meander. I guess all that changes is the animation. Really? Unless I do some stuff with initial velocity and damping. Yeah, that's a question about how I would vary that for speed. Because here's like a slow wind. That was too slow. There we go. Somehow I broke this again. Okay, so there's something that happens if I do this. If I change the area, oh, that won't work. So basically, if you watch some of these winds, they fade out gradually. Well, these won't because these have too high a lifetime. But the low lifetime ones, like this one, fades out gradually, as it should be. But if I mess with it like this, like right now, I'm setting the area to not be monitorable anymore. Now, it's all I'm doing differently. Now, instead of gradually fading out, it just pops out of existence. That is bizarre. That is a bizarre behavior. Very strange. Very, very strange. I think we're just going to say, if not fading out. So that way we just have to flip the bool and we'll use the bool. We won't worry about... I think messing with the node itself is causing some weird things to happen with the... I don't understand it, but I'm going to just kind of roll with it. The wake up is coming out sooner than expected. That's exciting. But, is there like a... I guess since you're the developers of the game, I'm just perplexed by the idea that the release date kind of caught you off guard, I guess. Is it like a publishing milestone or something you're trying to meet? Or is it just ready? Are you just surprised that the game is like ready? Alright, so the slower wisps are good. I kind of like them. So we could do speed scale. We could try to make speed scale be based on the intensity of the... Let's try that. Right now it's pretty slow. I kind of like it. I like it for fast items, but what about for slow ones? Oh, kind of what we want. How to explain yourself. You just set a date on Steam thinking you'd finish the game on time? Oh, I see, I see. Now you cannot change it yourselves. Oh, okay, so the release date is set. The release date is set. And it's everything else that's moved. That makes sense. Time to crunch. Well, in the words of Tim Rogers, If you own 100% of your business and you're the only one affected by it, crunch is a good thing. I don't know if I believe that, but he said it, so. He might not have said good thing. He said you might as well or something like that. That's definitely the solo developer's creed. It's like, well, it's just me that's going to be crunching. All right, so if I want to mess with this, if I want to mess with these wisps, and I want to change the speed scale, I need to grab them specifically. So the speed scale is 1. I want to see what the speed scale of 0.5 would look like. What else could I change? The emitter amount I could change. That's not tied to... Although changing the particle system... Changing this value causes the particle system to restart. To avoid this, change amount ratio instead. Okay. So maybe we can fiddle with amount ratio. Okay, so as you cannot make full release, you make early access. Okay, okay. Yeah, no, early access is fine. I think it's fine. Everyone does early access now. Just don't do early access for 7 years, right? Connectus says, crunch is bad, but can be good, you guess. A bit of pressure can push you to your limits, but at the same time, there's something that's too much. Yeah, for sure. I mean, a jam is a crunch. A jam is like a voluntary crunch, but it's a good one, I think. It got me to do something I almost never do, which is just make a game from beginning to end. I usually get caught up in pre-production hell. You work great under crunch time. Let's see. EA launch. EA. Oh, man. Launch EA in 10 days. Okay. Hey, still needs work. Good morning. Welcome to the channel. After a nice long weekend here. Welcome back. We're fiddling with our wind particles. We finished our bigger versions of the ship, and I think they're looking okay. They're recognizable now. We ended up making a bigger sail. I think they're looking alright. Not great, but alright. The little one still looks better for some reason. To me, at least. I don't know. But it's good. And we're messing with our gusts. Since the gusts go at different speed, we're trying to mess with them. So I was just testing a speed scale of... Oh, speed scale cannot be below 1. That's probably... Oh, yeah, sure it can. Let's see what a speed scale of 2 looks like. So we could change speed scale, or we could change amount ratio. We might end up changing both, honestly. So when a wind has higher intensity, we'll spawn more of the wisps, and they'll be going at a higher speed. That might be cool. So what will this look like? Oh, yeah. I kind of don't love that. I kind of like the slower one. It does communicate speed, though. Have it go faster. So, let me read this wall of text here. Amount ratio. The ratio of particles that should actually be emitted. If set to a value lower than 1, This will set the amount of emitted particles throughout the lifetime to amount times amount ratio. Unlike changing amount ratio while emitting does not affect already emitted particles and doesn't cause the particle system to reset. Amount ratio can be used to create effects that make the number of emitted particles vary over time. I like that. Reducing the amount ratio has no performance benefit, since resources need to be allocated and processed for the total amount of particles regardless of the amount ratio. That's okay with me. If you don't intend to change the number of particles emitted while the particles are emitting, make sure amount ratio is set to 1. Okay. So it isn't bigger than 1. It's between 1 and 0. So that's cool. Let's do that. Let's just plug that in. Let's plug that in and make the amount ratio be tied to the intensity of the wind. Somewhere. Do I have these stored? I do. Wisp down and wisp up. Yeah, 10 days is scary. But I believe in the combined power of Tabugi. So just dev streams for a while, huh? None of the fun stuff. All right. So let's do that. So the only question is, do we make the ratio based on the maximum intensity? Like where it's going to max out? Or do we base it on the actual velocity that takes us a minute to reach top speed? It would be better to base it on the actual velocity, but I feel lazy, and I think I'm going to just start by basing it off of the top speed here. We're going to say wisp down, dot amount ratio is going to be scaled mag, I guess. A scaled mag divided by 2 plus 0.5. I don't know. Something like that. Something simple. Still going on with showcases and such. Okay, okay. That's very nice of you to keep doing. I mean, I'm probably sure it helps with sanity, being able to take a break. Atagon, a forum you help run is now shown on the official Godot engine site. Wow. That's awesome. What is the forum about? Because additional Godot resources is quite nice to have. I'll try to like chill in like the Godot Discord sometimes, but there is too much going on there for me. So let's go a little more hardcore with this. Let's forget about dividing them by 2. Let's just see how it looks. And maybe we get rid of this for the moment, since we're already basically doing that. And then we just want to set the... Oh, no, we do need to do that. We might get rid of this part. For now. Basically Reddit, but oriented around programming topics. One of the larger communities is Godot at 1.6k monthly active users. Programming.dev. There's like a Godot section. Oh yeah. Oh, this could be cool. Tablet Pencil, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Oh, this is cool. Everyone's going crazy over Brackeys. I need to watch that. I need to watch that first Brackeys video. Oh, we're crashing. Everything's crashing. Alright, let's see what I did. Okay, so a few wisps. At low speed, at high speed, like a ton. Maybe arguably too many. Maybe they're just not randomized enough. They also don't really move. I think damping is messing with us. Let's tone down the damping. I toned down the velocity and I didn't change the damping. I don't need to do it twice. It's a resource. Hey, Tablet Pencil, how's it going? Welcome in. We're working on some post jam dev on our Ludum Dare entry, seeing if we can push it out, finish it, push it out as a little tiny project. Okay, the damping is better. Wisps are great at low emission rates, so maybe the high emission count is just too high. The maximum emission count of 5 is maybe too much. Maybe not, though. Yeah, it looks fine. You just started using Godot? Yeah, well, I'll definitely check those Brackeys videos out then, for sure. This is also my first Godot game, and it's been quite an experience. I like it. For pixel art, I like it. You still deserve the grats to Boogie, but preemptive grats on what I know is a guaranteed release to great fanfare in 10 days. 10 days time. Yeah, the Godot community is so great. Really nice meeting all the Godot devs, both on Twitch and otherwise. So many of us have shared Unity trauma too. It's like pretty great. All right, well, what's like next? This is pretty much done. Could probably be a little better in terms of the arrow and stuff. This is all done. This is like our list of things to do. I need to record some more music, but I kind of want to do that off stream. I never really implemented this, but I'm okay with that for now. We got this pretty much. We just did something like this. I think that's pretty much it for areas of improvement. So we really need to move on to areas of expansion. Yeah. A lot of unforced errors in the game dev community over the last year. Almost like private equity is bad. By that I mean like private equity groups. Almost like they don't have the right motivation or something. Not that publicly traded companies make better decisions. Oh yeah, so I'm torn about this, but I do kind of want to try making it so you have to guide ships both to and from the temple. That might be not good. That might end up being not good. So we might not do this, just because you would need to be able to keep track of what ships are trying to do what. So I am not sure about that one anymore. I do want to make this new temple, though. I think that'll be really cool. Carthaginian circular harbor with the Greek columns. I think that'll look awesome. We really want to spend some time on these time-limited or set-piece obstacles, like storms, monsters, like krakens or sirens. Low tide, I'm not sure about, but it could be interesting. Shipwrecks from crashed ships. Beached ships on the shore of an island will look cool, I think. Like, instead of having them crash, they just beach themselves if they actually make it onto a beach. If they hit a rock, I'll have them crash and turn into a shipwreck. I guess now that we're done with the ship designs, we can start making the shipwrecks. Oh no, you started programming by getting into Unity game dev in middle school and it pushed you away from coding for a whole year. Yeah, yikes. Atagon. Oh, there's a game jam Discord with a bunch of jam streamers talking. Oh, really? I don't think I'm ever going to do more than Ludum Dare, but it would be cool to be more part of that jam community. It was definitely streaming that whole thing was definitely like the biggest spike I'm going to have in viewership, so that'll be good twice a year. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Grab this. Sweet. For the link. Connect us. On the other side, if companies make the wrong decisions, there's always someone crazy enough to try and start their own to fix the issue. Yeah. You always had a passion to work in the game industry when you noticed how horrible it was to deal with most companies you wanted to work at when you were young. You decided to focus on other things. Yeah. I think that's a big thing for a lot of people. Like, I have no interest in working at a big game dev company. Now you're working towards building something for yourself so you can try and create something that fits what you would like to work at. Yeah, that's the dream. That is the dream. It's not a wall of text. That's like the dream that we all share here, I think. I mean, I think for some people, it would be preferable. Maybe it would be preferable to do game dev, at a company instead of whatever their day job is. But I enjoy having a day job that's like not that mentally taxing. Like, it's hard work, but it's not like creatively or mentally taxing. So when I'm at home, I still have the energy and the drive to do this. All right, what else could we do? So we were really obsessed with the more obstacles this week. We did this, multiple categories of ships with varying faith values and behavior. This is done. I don't want to strike these out because I want to be able to read them, but I need to put like a checkbox. I need to look at how Markdown does checkboxes. There's probably a way to put a checkbox here instead of a numbered bullet point. Markdown checkboxes. Wow, there's a lot. The extended syntax is pretty wild. Task list. Okay. So it's like... dashes and brackets. All right, let's try that. Dashes. Didn't exactly work. Oh, okay. Well, it still strikes things out, which is not what I wanted, or I would have just done the strikeout. Oh, I guess that's okay. Maybe I'll reformat that later into something I like. The fact that it just does the strikeout anyway is not kind of what I wanted. With the space. Markdown. Dinner time. Thanks to Wiggy for stopping by. Yeah, you just think it's X. Bracket X. I mean, I could just do that. I could just put them there. Markdown is weird. Markdown is weird. But it's cool. Very powerful. Obsidian Markdown is weird. Yeah, okay. That's an important... I guess that's an important clarification. This is my first time really using Markdown. Was for this jam. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. It worked out. It was nice to be able to put out all my checklists and draft stuff out. I haven't really gotten into this like keywording thing, but I kind of like it. But anyway, this is kind of an interesting idea. I kind of want to mess around with a right-click whirlwind that makes like a small vortex. And instead of... and it kind of spins ships, so it gets them going in like a circle. I think that could be cool. Go roundabout. I'm not sure about this upgrading things. Or having a secondary resource. I'm a little struggling to come up with like the legs of the game beyond like the individual like I can imagine a couple different levels. I'm struggling to imagine content that would make sense to include that would be like any kind of progression or anything like that. But having a couple additional spells could definitely do it. I think this could be kind of fun. AI that steers ships within their means. So that they are like, they do a little bit of steering. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that idea. It's kind of cool that you were in full control. Why did I write this twice? I guess these aren't time limited or set piece obstacles. They're not obstacles. These are just environmental set pieces. Oh, a proper menu system. Yeah, I guess we have to do that too, huh? This is something that's worth exploring. That was, somebody had this idea. Cubus had this idea. Which is, I feel a little limited in terms of screen space. Like, I feel like if I want to do maybe bigger obstacles or anything, I don't have a lot of space. But... if the camera was a little more elastic, Like, obviously we want to keep the temple on screen at all times, but if you could push the camera around a little bit, I think that would add a lot. Or that would give me a lot more room in the boundaries. But then we would need UI elements, like little things on the edge of the screen to let you know that there were ships off screen. We could do. Hey, Alex Rose. Yeah, we're post-jamming. We've been post-jamming for a couple of weeks now. The game looks a lot better than the jam version. It plays a bit better. Still have some room for improvement. We're thinking about ways of making the game bigger and adding more content, or adding any content, I guess would be the thing. So we're going to be doing a lot of environmental art today. We spent a lot of time improving the usability of the game so far, adding additional ship types too. Still maybe a little hard to tell this is a bigger ship. Get that out of the way so you don't crash. Oh, Jesus. No! Oh, we saved it. That's remarkable. Do I knock all three of these in with one wind gust here? Pretty cool. If possible. Oh, no, we're just going to cause a crash, maybe. Oh, no, we didn't. We didn't do great. We didn't do great. You think there's a method like outside viewport for ships outside the camera? Oh, okay. Keep that in mind. Yeah, we're not super happy with what we technically did. I'm not ashamed. We'll bring it up here. This is what we did. It's fine. For a first jam and a first Godot game and a first compo, I feel good about getting this. It basically, I mean, I'm obviously not happy with the numbers, but it aligns with my impression of what we did. Like, it wasn't obvious that we were on theme, so that's a problem. It wasn't fun, because there was no balance and no usability and no tutorialization or anything, so it's like really hard to get into that. So I know we fumbled on fun. I know the theme, we kind of went a little weird with the theme. It wasn't obviously on theme, but I think it was still on theme. The graphics, I didn't have enough time to do. But I agree that I think the things that I did do better were innovation, audio, and mood. So I'm happy with that. This is obviously, you know, our baseline for next time. We at least have something to go by for next time to gauge our improvement. You've done a lot worse. Well, that's... Yeah. Yeah, the tutorialization problem and the fun fumble too. Yeah, I think that was a big lesson for me. 806th overall once? Oh. Well, lucky for me, there were only 462 compo entries. I'm glad I did compo, because I think if I did jam... Oh, at least I finished. Yeah, that is an accomplishment by itself. But if I did jam, I would be competing against every team that also did jam. And I would just be an individual. But at least when I'm doing compo, you know, I only have to compete with Daniel Mullins and, like, all the other individuals. But we have a plan. We have a plan for next time to, you know, prep a lot more base code, to spend a lot more time on content creation. Yeah, we have some good plans. I'm working on a post-mortem video that pulls from a lot of the footage from the 2 days of making the jam. And I hope to finish that up. I wanted it finished, honestly, this weekend, but it was too much because I'm also not much of a video editor type person. But I'm hoping to have that out in a couple weeks. But, so I was pretty disheartened, honestly, at, like, on Friday. You would never be able to go compo. You have 0 art ability. This is the second game I've done art for. And the first game I've done art for is only, you know, a few months in. So I am really learning all of this stuff. So I can't be upset. You're pretty disappointed because your game had significantly better scores for every category than the top game, except fun and overall. Yeah. I know. That's the thing, I guess, then, right? Is it's still a game. And most people they're playing so many of these, they don't have time. Mine's terrible. Look at the wall of text. Like, no one's gonna read all of this shit. Yeah, not having time for tutorialization was a huge issue. So next time I'm bringing a lot more base code with me. I'm going to bring a bunch of basic UI elements like dialogue, box code, user interface stuff, like basic, that kind of stuff that you'd want, like fading from screen to screen and stuff like that. Like my game ended up being a single scene with like no UI. And yeah, we had a problem. So I was pretty disheartened Friday. One of the players way down here, the last person who commented on my game, was really sweet. They said, "Hey, so I like your game. I decided to write a comment after results. I'm sure your game deserved a much higher score. Keep doing it. Well done." This was so nice. Hit me at exactly the right time where I was like kind of disheartened. So I gotta message them back and thank them for that, because that was really sweet. But yeah, we're gonna keep working on it. What are your post jam plans? Yeah, there was also just a bit that was too hard. No one ever played it until it was already out, so I couldn't predict it. I also didn't play my game until it was already submitted. And yeah, huge mistake. Never doing that again. You have a funder seeing another prototype I have on the 20th, which I think I have in the bag. So probably that. Okay. Nice. Okay, so yeah, just you did the jam, and now you got to get back to another prototype. I don't know how long I want to work on this. Maybe a couple months at the most. I just want to finish it and put it out, just because I don't really have a portfolio of published games. I'm kind of a perfectionist hobbyist that makes stuff and keeps it to himself, and eventually throws it away. Or has it on like an outdated version of Unity that I would never be able to get to build anymore. I think you could ship Seance on console in like 2 to 3 months, because I have porting library, so you would consider it. Seance was really good. There was a lot of production that went into that. Selling second place in LD is a harder sell. I don't know if that's true. How many jam games were there? I think if you get first, second, or third, I think if you get any kind of trophy next to your game, I think that's a huge accomplishment. There were 1,679 jam entries. Second out of almost 2,000 games is pretty good. I think that's a huge accomplishment. I still need to go back with my girlfriend and finish this game. I really want her to play it. I think she really loves murder mysteries. And I didn't get to see the ending, so no spoilers for me. This is awesome. First in theme, first in audio, first in mood, 11th in graphics, second overall. That's incredible. I don't subscribe to the whole second place is just the first person to lose mentality. Yeah, the rating variance is wild. Kind of the seller ones. How you sell you one mood. I don't know if you even specify. You just say like winner of 3 categories or something like that. Second overall, winner of like 3 additional categories. Second overall, first in theme, audio, mood. I mean, I think people that know what that means would be impressed, and people that don't know what that means have no basis to understand it, except that you're like a finalist. I also don't know what people were expecting in terms of fun. Like, I think this is a really tough kind of game to like do something that's people would just consider fun, because it's like it's about kind of trial and error and stuff. But I think that's awesome. I think that is a result you should be proud of. And I think it is quite sellable. It doesn't have the quite the buzz of winner of Ludum Dare. Yeah. I get that. Who won? I was paying so much attention to Compo, I didn't actually even look at who won Jam. Would you still love me if I was a worm? Okay. I never even heard of this one. Throw cards down to summon your worm army. No bird must be left alive. This is like the meme question that like all girlfriends ask, right? Would you still love me if I was a worm? Well, I don't know if I understand this, but I also didn't play it. So I'm sure it's dope. Screen movement is pretty wild. Most fun, that's where it is. So this must just be a ton of fun to play. But look at everything else. Third in humor. I mean, overall, you placed way better than this game. They didn't do their audio, but didn't opt out. Well, that's rude. But I get it, I guess. Yeah, you smashed them on everything. Fun is what matters. That's the thing that I learned. Yeah, gold medalist of Ludum Dare. Atagon has it. That's what you say. You say you got 3 gold medals and a silver. Yeah, look at this. This game has 2 gold medals and 1 bronze. You got way more medals than them. What did Throws of the Javelin do? 3rd in 1 category. This was so good. I think this is the game that's gonna probably be the biggest like full launch. I played Tristram. Tristram was cool, but I don't think it has legs like this. I think this game is gonna be like a full release. Throws of the Javelin was so good. I need probably. Oh yeah, Polymancer I know is getting a full release. That's gonna be good too. Tristram would be cool if they can get a lot more content. I did love the Royal Writ. And Making Friends I know is already getting a release. I didn't even look at all this stuff on Friday because I like looked at the ratings and then I think I just noped out of sadness. But I'm better now. Wadir was so good. We'll be ready for that one. Cosmic Misadventures. I need to play this one. I didn't play Cosmic Misadventures, probably because it was a puzzle game. But it slew in many categories. I gotta look at this one. Rose is 3rd overall, yeah. Polymancer was good. Yeah, score chasers. This really was the age of the score chaser here. I think that was good. Wadir. Yeah, Wadir did the thing that Daniel Mullins apparently always does. Oh, did I lose the? I did. Apparently, Daniel Mullins always does this. If you look at like all of his games, he does. Don't show me that. He does this. This is true of like every game that he puts out in Ludum Dare, as far as I can tell. This game takes about 10 to 15 minutes to complete and has a definitive ending. It is really polished. The mechanics are solid. Like, I don't know if it's like, Inscription good, but it's like, it's super solid. And yeah, this is what I want to aim for next time. Maybe not 15 minutes, but maybe make a game that has like a 5 to 10 minute runtime and has a definitive ending. I think unless you can nail the score chaser element, I think this is a really good approach to how you should do it. I think I might try that next time. Obviously, depending on the theme and, you know, what I can put together. But I think that's the approach I'm going to try to take. I mean, obviously, it's easy to say, just do what Daniel Mullins does. So, I don't think that's a super realistic goal to have. Your games all take 30 to 120 minutes. Your Seance was long. I was impressed by how much content you managed to squeeze in there. Atagon, you only know how to make arcade games? I think that's cool. I never do that. I only know how to make, like, strategy games. So even just doing the physics stuff in my game was, like, way outside of my comfort zone. And I think just my lack of comfort with Godot kept me from doing complex, like, scene transitions and trying to have, like, a lot going on, which is why I went with the single scene, endless runner kind of deal. You only had to make huge scope games. Well, hey, making a jam game as a huge scoper is pretty good. 10-second game runtime or bust. Yeah. Yeah, if your game takes longer than rock, paper, scissors, it's garbage. Like if I can't play a game of rock, paper, scissors in the same time, that's a real game. Doesn't overstay its welcome. All right, who's streaming? It's almost 10 o'clock. It's almost time for me to start my day job. That's your Game Jam superpower. You can churn out content like a madman, but it doesn't translate so well into traditional game dev because ADHD doesn't work over 2-year spans. Yeah, that's I have the opposite problem. I get so locked down in like thinking out my architecture and like planning things out and like perfecting systems. It took a jam for me to be able to just like make a whole game. Just make the game and have it be a game. All right. I need to go, and because I usually hang out in Aramus's channel after streaming, I'm probably just gonna head there. Probably gonna just bring us all over there. Sorcery, I like to stream sorcery, but sorcery's got 100-something people watching. Wild. You architect out exactly what needs doing and nothing more. It's pretty good. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, thanks for coming by, Alex. And yeah, congratulations. That was really good. That turned out really well. Yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by and hanging out with me. We're going to be doing this the rest of the week, and honestly, probably the rest of the month. Okay, I'll hold my congratulations for next time. I'm going to win Compo, and you're going to win Jam, and that's how we're going to do it. So I'll see you in October. Yeah, all right. That sounds good. And everyone else, yeah. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.